Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well tonight. This is Tasha G, your transformation guide, and what I do is I help overwhelmed women thrive by focusing on their own emotional wellness so they can teach people how to treat them like queens. So as you come in, I want you to share this live out because we are about to get into it today. We are going to talk about teaching people how to treat you. And this is very important because a lot of us have not been taught this, and we don't even know where to start when it comes to telling somebody to treat us a certain way. Okay, a lot of us have gone through difficult childhoods as well as difficult relationships, especially as young adults, and it is hard to find your voice. As humans, we want to be seen, heard, and celebrated. And when we start to think about how we did not get that because of the relationships that we were in and the people that we kept around us that literally drained us, it's very hard to think that you can show somebody how to do so. So I want to talk to y'all about the treat part of teaching people how to treat you. All right, so as you come in, make sure you share this with 3 other people and then come back and type shared in the chat. Okay, and I'm just typing here and I'm gonna save it on here so y'all can see it when y'all come in. Let's see, teach. And I have this habit where when I'm talking, I will type exactly what I'm saying. So I'm trying to not do that. Got it. I hope y'all are having a good day today. Thank you for stopping and coming in here. All right, so now I got that pinned. All right. So I wrote it down. If you know me, you know I don't have the best handwriting. But I wrote teach people how to treat you. And I underlined teach and treat because these are the most important, all right? If you know that somebody is not treating you the way you want to be treated, you have to teach them if you feel like they're worthy of your time. And if not, that tells you that you need to just go ahead and bail on out. Just go ahead and go on about your business because you're worthy of so much more, okay? So, like I said, we're going over the treat part tonight. That's my kids, y'all. I'm just trying to ignore them. We're going over the treat part tonight because it's Halloween. So y'all know how it is, trick or treat, right? We're going to be on the treat part for tonight. So the T stands for time to heal, all right? It is your time to heal. There's nothing else that you are waiting for you to be able to say, you know what, I know I deserve better and I want better, and it's time for me to move on and get better. The only way that's going to happen is if you accept where you are right now and you say, you know what, I'm at my personal rock bottom and I know I don't deserve to be treated this way by this person, so I'm going to change that. Or you can say, you know what, I don't feel like I'm necessarily at rock bottom, but I know I want better for myself and I know I need to make some changes. Your acceptance is key because when you accept where you are in life and what you want in the next steps in the next chapter of your life, that's how you will get there, all right? So T is for time to heal. The R is for reactions, okay? Reactions are your strength, all right? Don't let nobody else tell you anything different. You have control over your reactions to people's actions. And I know a lot of times we don't feel like that. You know, like people can do things and we instantly feel a defensive reaction or we feel a fight or flight. That's just the way that we've been processing our pain all this time, you know, and pain and trauma, same thing. All right. So I use those interchangeably. And a lot of times, just because of the way we've been treated by others, it's very difficult for us to say, you know what, this might be a different situation. Let me react differently. Instead, we allow people to take us and then we're like, you know what? I allowed that person to control me with what they did. I can be upset, but I don't have to show that I'm upset in the same way. You don't have to always fight physically when you're upset. You don't have to always curse or throw things or break things. You don't have to do that. You can change your reaction. That's why it's very important to know about your emotional wellness, to gauge where you are. And I have things like the Rage Page 21-day challenge that will actually help you figure out where you are in life when it comes to your emotional wellness. Like I said before, a lot of us, we've been through a lot in our childhood and we've been through a lot in our young adulthood, and we have learned that we just want to take care of people because we want them to give us praise. We want to be seen, heard, and celebrated, and instead we're just used more and more, and that little kid in us is still craving for somebody to take care of them. I'm here to tell you that you are the one that's going to take care of that little one inside of you. You are the one that is going to protect them and make them safe and not go through anything anymore. So you don't need to people please anybody else or put up with nonsense thinking they're going to come in and take care of you. All right. So that's why reactions are your strength. Next, the E is for educate. Educate others on your boundaries. If you have been following my content, you know that no is a complete sentence. You do not have to express or explain to someone why you're telling them no, you don't want to do something, no, you can't do something, or you just say the word no and that's that. Okay? At the end of the day, you have to protect your peace, and setting boundaries with people and honoring them is a start. And I'm going to tell you something, this is a gem. You have to set a boundary with yourself. Stop doing stuff for others that you know you don't want to do. Okay? You can feel it in your gut like, oh my God, I just told them I'm going to pick up their 3 kids from 3 different places. I don't even got the gas and they didn't even offer gas money. What am I going to do? Why do you have to be in a situation like that? Why do you have to be in a situation where you're constantly doing for others to the point that you're overwhelmed and upset and you want to flip on somebody, but you don't want to also push people away and seem like you're the not nice one and they can't come to you for stuff? You got to pick a side. All right. And boundaries is the way to go, because the boundaries protect you from doing too much. It's where your responsibility for others ends and their responsibility for them begins. All right. So you got to make sure you put that line and stuff like that. We go over on the Rage Page 21 Day Challenge as well. All right. The A is for accept others' actions. When you see somebody acting a certain way, accept that. Accept what they're doing, because they're showing you who they are. And you have a choice to determine if you want to actually deal with them still or not. Okay? If somebody is harming you mentally, they're showing you what they think of you. They're showing you how they're going to treat you. So it's up to you to determine if you still want that in your life or not. All right? I know how it goes. A lot of us have been in relationships since we were very young. We don't want to think about being alone, right? So what do? We just keep on putting up with the mistreatment. We keep putting up with the lack. And at the end of the day, look at what it's turning you into. So you have to make a choice for yourself, not the person that you're with, because they're going to always choose to keep you because you're not setting any boundaries, and they know like, oh, I can just say sorry, or I can just ignore and I'll still get what I need. Something for you to think about, okay? But accepting others people's actions will help you to determine if you want to still have them in your life. And that is a big deal. All right. Because when you accept others' actions, it's you showing them what you're worthy of. All right. So if you're accepting piss poor behavior, then they're going to think that's all I have to give. I don't have to give anymore. But if you start to say, you know what you're not going to do is that, guess what they're going to do? They're going to think twice. Or somebody might cross the line and be like, you know what, I'm crossing the line because I don't want to be involved with that person anymore. This is what I think of them. And then you have the right to cut them off, whether it's friends, family, co-workers, whatever. That's up to you to determine, okay? And last but not least, the last T in treat stands for teach them how to treat you, okay? Just in case you missed everything, here it is on the board that I'm reading from, and I'm going to read it because I know it's mirrored. But it's up to you to teach people how to treat you. Now, you know the question I get a lot, Tasha, what does that mean? How do I teach people how to treat me? What does that, how do I even tell them that? If you can't answer the question of what would make you happy, that's what you need to go do. I want you to say, what would make me happy, right? And then answer that question. And this is not about going to the Bahamas and having $50,000 in your bank account. What makes you happy? How do you want to be treated by people? Do you feel like you just want to be used? You want people always coming to you for stuff, but then they can never reciprocate to you, and you have to find other people that can help you, and you feel like you're lonely? Or do you want people around you that give the same energy and vibe that you give? I know that's what I wanted, and guess what? It took change in me. I had to learn difficult things about myself that I was like, I gotta let go of that because that's not my life anymore. This is funny. I told my son earlier, we were talking, and I said, he's 15. And I said, you're at a situation and a point right now where in your life, you're going to meet people and you're going to want to be tethered to them for whatever reason. It could be because of physical, it could be because of the energy, whatever. You have to determine if you want them in your life. And when you're young, you don't know, which is why I'm here to guide you. You don't want to put yourself in somebody else's life and you find out that you didn't really care for them the way you thought. Because now if you're totally involved with them, whether it's co-parenting or you're in a relationship and now it's a codependent relationship, you feel bad and you feel like you got to be there for that person. And it starts to drain you and it turns you into a different person. And I know for me, getting into a relationship at a very young age and not being taught what a relationship meant or what I even needed to give or what I should expect definitely did not help. So now that I'm older and I'm learning this along the way, especially in a marriage, I'm learning like we're going to have chapters, we're going to evolve, and I have to teach my husband how to treat me. And the same goes with him. He has to teach me how to treat him too. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a negative thing where you're pushing people away like, well, you better treat me like this. But when people see what you want, it actually helps them to grow and be a better person too if they want to be around you, right? You should not be wanting anything mediocre. You know, that's why I work on emotional wellness, because I know the importance of being able to say, you know what, I thought about that and that's not what I want in my life. A lot of people are pressing pause on their trauma and pressing pause on their problems in life. And they're using drugs, alcohol, sex, you know, overworking, all of these things to like numb the pain. And the only thing it does is, like I said, it's a pause button. And eventually when everything starts up again, the problem is still there because you made it a problem. It needs to be a situation. All right. Because a problem is just there. It's like a rock that is buried 50 feet underground. You can't move that by hand. But when it's a situation, you realize, maybe I can get some people to help me move this rock. Maybe there's a way I can dig down and dig around and get this out. You start to think about, how can I change what is happening so the situation changes for me and it's better for me. That's why emotional wellness is key. It changes and shifts your mindset, and it gets you to the point of understanding, you know what? I know that I'm in a bad space right now, but I don't want to be here this time next year. What can I do? What's the first step I can do to move forward? That's you thinking about you, thinking for yourself. Everybody else will be okay, but they cannot be okay unless you are okay. All right. So I'm going to run down this list again. We're going to teach people how to treat us. And we did treat tonight because it's Halloween. The T, time to heal. All right. It is your time to heal. Stop waiting. Not tomorrow, not next week. It is your time to heal right now. This is not a New Year's resolution, and this is not a test. This means it's time to go down now because you deserve it. You're worthy of it. It's time to let go of that past pain. The R in treat is for reactions are your strength. Remember, you have control over your reactions. You don't got to let people take you there all the time. I know myself, I turn into the Hulk, but I reserve that now for when it's necessary. I make sure I ask all the questions first. And then if I get there, I get there. And can't nobody bring me down till I'm ready to come down, because it took a lot for me to get there. Instead of just like that. We don't have that no more. And you shouldn't have it either. The E entry is for educate others on your boundaries. You have to set your boundaries and you have to honor them. I don't want to say enforce, because enforce sounds harsh and enforce sounds like it's a lot of work. But honoring something is so much easier and so much more positive. And it needs to be honoring, because you are a queen, you are a king, and you're listening to this and you deserve to be honored. All right. And that's you even honoring yourself when you're honoring your boundaries. No is a complete sentence. Don't forget that. The A is for accept others' actions. If you have people treating you like crap, guess what? They mean it. They mean to treat you like crap. But if you have somebody in your life that makes mistakes, they apologize, they show remorse, they're showing you that they want to be better because you set that boundary, and they understand like, wow, this is a person right here that's not playing with me. I got to get it together. That's what you need. At least that's what I think you need if you're trying to, be on a healing journey with emotional wellness. That's my opinion. And then the T, the last T in treat, is for teach them how to treat you, okay? This is a big deal. This is very important. When you teach people how to treat you, you will be amazed by what you get. That baby daddy drama that you be having, out the window. That coworker that be getting on your last nerves because they're doing a lot of passive aggressive stuff, that can be resolved. That boss that doesn't show you respect, when you put your foot down, stuff like that changes, all right? It's like people can sense where you are with your energy. If you have a confident energy, even if it's confidently moving forward in fear of not knowing what's going to happen next, it will help you more than you staying stuck and being upset with everybody because you're like, well, what about me? What about me? They're saying, what about you? What do you want done? What is the next step? You're not telling us. We're not going to figure it out for you. Okay, so join me next week. I will go over TEACH because I have TEACH as an acronym as well. Make sure that you watch this replay back. Share with others that you know could benefit from it. Like I said in the beginning, I'm Tasha G, the Transformation Guide. And what I do is I help overwhelmed women thrive by working on their emotional wellness so they can teach people to treat them like queens. This is stuff that we didn't grow up with. I know we didn't because my generation, at least, I know a lot of us did not grow up with this. A lot of us did not even have parents that really knew what they were doing. So doing this work and living in my purpose is amazing because I know how many people I've helped. I've helped dozens of women be able to stand up for themselves and realize, like, you know what? I'm sitting here thinking that I gotta always be upset every time I talk to this person, like they have some type of control over me, and they don't. I gave them the control, so I can take it back. And I'm telling you, you can do that at any given time with any aspect of your relationship. If you're really ready to go and get this work, you can click the link in my bio, and I have the 21-day Rage Page Challenge coming up December 1st. We're going to work from December 1st to December 21st because I understand right now a lot of people are dealing with holiday depression, okay? I know it's coming up, and it's very difficult to think about loved ones that are not going to be there, or even dealing with people that you just don't want to see, but you feel like you have to see. You can make a change on that, and I can help you. I can help you through that process of emotional wellness where you're able to set those boundaries. You're able to see how you even got into this situation and why you're triggered by these people like this. All right. I send you daily texts where we'll go through articles, YouTube videos, and I just check on you. And I'm that guide to help you work through a lot of those problems. And you also get 3 weekly calls with me while you're in the 21-day challenge. So I'll be able to help you check on your progress. All right. So if you're interested in signing up, you can click the link in the bio and you will be able to sign up. It's limited slots because I like to be very hands-on in this process. And you also get a workbook that you'll be able to work through as well. We do affirmations, like we just do a lot of positive stuff. So I'm looking forward to the next round. This is going to be the 3rd session for the year, and it's going to close it out. I'm very excited about it, especially because it's around the holiday time, and I know a lot of people are dealing with so many mixed emotions at that time, and you gotta unleash it. It's time for us to stop keeping these emotions on the inside and keep saying, oh, I'm fine. Oh, nothing's wrong. Oh, I'm good. You're lying. And I know you're lying, and that's okay. But you have got to take advantage. Oh, thank you, Undie Wash. She said the challenge is worth it. It opened my eyes. Oh, yeah, and I'm just so proud of you because you got through it. And I saw the work. I saw that it made a difference for you. So I appreciate you saying those kind words. And I'm looking forward to other people being able to give their feedback and walk into the new year just feeling better. That's why I'm doing it from December 1st to the 21st, because I know you're going to probably get stuck for the holiday on Thanksgiving, but you got to go through that. So when you work with me, you can see like, dang, I could have said, no, I'm not doing that. I could have said, I don't want to, and that would have been enough, and I didn't have to give an explanation. Yeah, it's like that. And when you stand on your own to and honor yourself, you'll be amazed. Don't follow the people that didn't honor you all these years that took advantage of you. That doesn't make sense. You don't even like them. Why are you following them, right? All right. Thank y'all so much for listening tonight. I appreciate y'all. The replay will be up shortly. I just want to fix my family their plates for dinner, and it's time for them to get ready for bed because you got school in the morning, right? Okay. All right, y'all have a good night.